every corner. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle so they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power. Over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you ladder. My ego don't come. My people make we shout. My ego don't come. My ego don't come, man of the masses. My ego don't come. My ego die political. My ego don't come. This one not day off in mind. My ego don't come. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you ladder. Mayegun don't come. My people make you shout.
Hello there. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good evening to you from wherever you're watching from. And this is Mayegun Live. Share the broadcast.
Mayegun lawamo, lamo do. Mayegun ti de o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Mayegun diary, lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
So I'm also live on Facebook, Mayegun's Diary Political on Facebook. But I can tell you this for free. If you are watching me on Facebook, you are likely going to be missing out on some certain things I'm going to be sharing, especially if you're watching on Mayegun's Diary Political on Facebook. You can jump onto the YouTube right now because there are some clips that comes into, intermittently into the broadcast. So if you are watching me on Facebook, you can do same. I think it's the same data. Share the broadcast.
Mayegun diary political. Mayegun diary Godfatherism. Kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun diary. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ ṣe o kẹ́kọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nu. Mayegun diary. Àní Mayegun làwámọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Thank you very much for joining me. Wherever you are watching from, thank you. Share the broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends and tell them, Mayegun today.
And yes, so like lórí YouTube. And yes, so like oh baba gbé wúrẹ́. And yes, so like díjọ ìgbádìyẹ. And yes, so like Presido bá rúfin o.
Thank you.
Gómìnà gbówó jẹ. Ayé ìṣúra ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí fa. Ayé ìṣúra aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Ayé ìṣúra òkúra olóṣèlú. Ayé ìṣúra.
How many times would they tell you before you know that Nigeria is not for you? Now they never leave you. They have left you behind. Photo, not be juju be that. Sorry, oh. May God not allow them, make them kill you. 70 years old man. Now mumu na too much. You be mumu. You think say they wise?
You're a mumu man. Especially if you are still dancing around for one Nigeria, I would explain. But I'll start with Shettima. You know that the issue of a Muslim ticket as it is right now is a big thing. In fact, the National Security Advisor to Boko Haram just warned that if nothing is done and APC, Egbekegbe goes ahead, like they made Kolu and Shettima, the president and the vice president of Nigeria, under this arrangement, then Nigeria can look forward to a quick end. That's what NSA said. Well, I have said it many times on Mayegun's Diary Politico that even if I happen to be your conscience, something that always kind of a prick you in the mind, your inner mind, that this is right or this is wrong. And somehow, for your own political correctness, right, you choose to follow what is wrong. But Mayegun will continue to remind you, I don't call this short. I am not in any way an active player in any of this mess created by the same rogue who purported the claim to love Nigeria more than everyone else, saying that bring an end to this bloodbath, bring an end to this contraption, save lives, break this thing up. They call us the enemies when we are not. But I'll tell you, Nigeria is so divided. There is no gains. There's no two sayings about that, okay? So divided, and that is not primarily your own doing, my own doing, but the doings of those who are benefiting from the division, starting from religion to tribe to ethnic to economy and then to political and every other thing that they can play at to keep you segregated as Nigerians. It is to their own advantage. But pointing that out, right, sometimes kind of hurt them more. How? The same characters who have brought division upon Nigeria, the same characters who have fueled a monumental level of destruction against Nigerians in the time past, in the present, and even planning for the same thing for the future. The same characters, are now accusing those who said we would not be part of this anymore. We don't want to be part of this whole bloodbath anymore, right? Because the same character in their own treasury, in their own corny way, they are also the same people shouting unity. Let us be united. United Nigeria. Nigeria is a big united country. We must build unity in diversity. All manner of confusion. But they don't really represent, or should I say, they don't walk their own talk. As politicians, all talk, no actions. Well, Mayegun's Diary Political, I try my best to make you understand that every action has its own consequence and consequences, including those who are career destroyers, the career criminals. I'm talking about your career criminal leaders who have spent all their lives to give you the Nigeria you have today. The same one that they are also saying they want to rescue you from. The confusion, when people say unity is not just a word, it is actually an action. You do it. You don't say it. If Nigeria is one, it should be in deed, right? Not in words. Unity. We are a united country. Nobody can break this country. You have already been broken. Today, you are going into a charade called election in 2023. But the people who have written the rules for your 2023 charade, they have also plotted it enough that except if you are lying to yourselves, which many of you are not really good at, so to say, you just lack shame to admit whenever you get caught up in your own tomfoolery. What do I mean by that? The same characters who are shouting one Nigeria, they are also very much busy, right? Laying or should I say, cleaning the already paved concrete path of segregation, which is what actually keeps Nigeria one, the fake one that could only exist as long as more blood is spilled. Don't think I'm speaking in parables. I know what I'm talking about. And you do know what I'm talking about as well. I'll break it down for you. Today, yeah, the conversation around your election today is not really about development ideas or what have you. It is about who is going to give you food next. And whoever is going to give you that food next, yeah, are you taking it from him or her as a Christian or as a Muslim? Or are you going to be accepting him or her for whatever request they're making from you in leadership way, right? You're going to accept them because they are Igbos, Hausas, or Fulanis, or Yorubas. They are already laying the path for you. But you know when you will get to know, how hypocritical an average Nigerian is. Yeah. They shout one Nigeria whenever they can feel like they have a little sense of belonging. And sense of belonging varies, by the way. I'm talking about their own biased, but their own biased patriotism by association. You know what I mean? A Yoruba man was told for him to feel like a proper Nigerian, yeah, he needed the validation of a Pastor Ruga who identified as a Yoruba man, even if all he represented have always been against the interest of an average Yoruba man. But he's a Yoruba man. Come on, man. You can't just fault that. Are you not a Yoruba man? Just take it as it is, because you need to see the Igbos too. They love their own leaders. Why should you not feel grateful that you have a Yoruba man as number 2 man in Nigeria, even if you are living in abject poverty, even if you are living in a total squalor, even if you are living in a complete non-existential life? Oh, a Yoruba man is a vice president. What if a Yoruba man is president? Won't you have a sense of belonging? That, to the dubious, hypocritical Nigerian, is enough to make him feel like Nigeria is his country. Same thing with an Hausa Fulani or an Igbo man. When he wants to have anything to tell you why Nigeria is going to be great, he is telling you all of that because what he believes gives him that sense of belonging is the closeness of his own clansman, or na clansman that they call him, na clansman, whatever. The closeness to that seat, not for any direct good, for the majority good. Now, that is the segregated Nigerian that has now pitted supposed citizens of one country who love their country so much that they can see the ruins done by the ruling class, who are not also abating. They are not slowing down, because to them, they have done a fantastic job giving you a failed Nigerian. So everyone is chatting. Oh yeah, it's our turn. It's my turn. Oh, no, it's not yours. It should be ours. But from the time they have been taking turn and turn and turn, yeah, it has been from one calamity to the other. As long as they have enough blood to spill, Nigeria can exist for as long as they want. But can the lies keep it in existence any much longer? Time is about to tell. The lies of one Nigeria has become so obvious, right? That those who once told us that the problem of Nigeria is just a leadership have now figured it out that no, it is not leadership. It is the unfortunate decision to mismatch different countries to form one bigger hegemony that will serve the interest of those who have nothing to do with a nation building or running. That's the first mistake. And if there's going to be first solution, it is to officialize that demarcation, save lives, break it up, or else you will continue to lie to yourselves, and then you will continue to be the victims of your own foolishness, so to say. Should I say your own madness? One Nigeria. One Nigeria means different things to many people. And we continue to say we must establish this. It is important to define what is Nigeria and who makes up Nigeria, under what arrangement. These are not too much to ask, because they are also the what's it they call up, the tablets or the solution that will finally put an end to this mystery. Yes, Nigeria means many things to many, many people, and it depends on where they come from. I am a Yoruba man, right? If you ask me about Nigeria, it means a different thing to me. Well, if I tell you what it means to me, even while growing up, and then you ask somebody who grew up in the eastern part of Nigeria, what is Nigeria to you? Let them define it. And then you ask someone from northern part of Nigeria, Medugbe, and all these places, and ask them, please, what does Nigeria mean to you? What is Nigeria to you? Then that is when you begin to see the confusion that they have buried, or the confusions they thought they buried and will remain buried and will never haunt us until this day. But it will continue to haunt us until it ends us as a fraudulently put together contraption. Nigeria means different things to many people. And in this case, yeah, I'm talking about it deeply, means different things to different people. Nigeria is a place whereby a law, let's say your laws in Nigeria, means different things in southern part of Nigeria to what it is in northern part of Nigeria. And then being a Nigerian also have its own different meaning too, where the categorization comes in, the ethnic tribal profiling. You know, there was a time I said something about when people complain of white racism. Many of you remember. I'll remind you, by the way. I did a program, then I said that if you as a Nigerian, I'm not even like if we have to go further, you can say Africans, okay? As blacks, you have this sort of social kind of social stigma from those who are really racist, outside Africa, yeah, which is very much, evidence, right, to say, right? Then we complain about that. Oh, look at the way they are treating me. Look at the way they are profiling me because I am black. Or is it because I'm from Africa? Yeah, many of you would have experienced that at work, on the bus, on the train, and few places that you've experienced terrible racism against you from the people who have different skin colors to yours. Then I said, listen, as much as that is so established, yeah, how about if you are from Nigeria and you want to tell yourselves the truth, especially understanding what Nigeria is and you're not lying to yourselves, right? What about Nigeria's racism? Because this is what I found, right? They say, well, if you are black, you are a race. If you are white, you are a race. In context now, right? So if blacks are racist to white or white vice versa, as much as it's so condemnable, right? You can say, okay, maybe because of the history of that, right? Then when you go to Nigeria and you want to experience what black to black racism, I mean, what do you call it? Should I call it tribalism or ethnicism? The chronic part of it, I'm talking about the fatal part of racism that you can witness. I'll give you a Nigeria example. People love to deny it, but they can no longer deny it, because even if you pay attention to all their comments, their body languages, their act and all of that, even out there, then you pay attention to their politicians and what they also represent, then you understand that if Nigeria wasn't forced to be a country, yeah, and you have Biafra, and you have Arewa, and you have Oduduwa nation, as the same way you have South Africa, you have Gambia, Uganda, Kenya, Ghana, all these places, yeah? Let's say we all exist that way. Do you know what we will be battling with? Especially us neighbors that will share border, share our border together. I'm talking about those who are like Nigerian in Nigeria today, right? If to say we are not together, we share borders, we'll be battling not with racism, we'll be battling with xenophobia. So now what we have in Nigeria is what you can call systemic xenophobia. A system whereby one ethnic group to another are always waiting for an opportunity where they can unleash terror on themselves, and they will unleash the terror on you simply because of where you come from, or what kind of religion do you have. Now, that is so different from the Nigeria they are painting the picture to you all over the world, is it? Or is it not? It is different. The Nigeria they are painting to you all over the world, or you as a typical Nigerian, the Nigeria you are painting to the rest of the world is that a country that is so good people, great people, enterprising people, but with terrible leaders. That is not true. The real Nigeria that your leaders have succeeded in building, your leaders and those who have been urging them on for 62 years, is a xenophobic Nigeria. You know it. I know it. And in fact, you actually know the tribe that is more violent when it comes to tribe versus tribe, as they do it, Fulani, Igbos, Fulani versus Yoruba. And you can tell what it is today that they are also covering in the political context of it, in the political arena as well. This is also the game. Xenophobia. So you won't call it racism. If you call it racism, it will be like, Mayegun, you are trying to make blah, 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 blah. No. It's xenophobic. You will listen to an average northerner who is also suffering from the terrible leadership trait in Nigeria, who is also suffering from the, from this decade-long terrorism unleashed on the people of northern Nigeria. But you see, when the conversation have to include that northern Nigerian, and a southerner is quick to throw in that supremacy gauntlet, that supremacy, line. We will continue to rule all of you. He is not ruling. He's not even enjoying the northern rule. He is a victim of terrible leadership, a terrible arrangement called a country. But as a northerner, he has that mentality that makes him feel like is kind of superior to the southerner, because they complain a lot, but our leaders are always in charge. We are the ones who decide anything. Do you understand? Whenever the opportunity presents itself. And that is the Nigeria if you are living in there. And that is why it's so funny that sometimes when you feel like the people should be able to resist all their criminal leaders with what they have done to them, unfortunately, they are not resisting them because it's the same level of segregation. Right? It's meant to be Nigeria is going down. Things are going terribly bad. Worse. From the north to the south, from the east to the west, everywhere. Everything is up in smoke. But how come the people who are the victims of all of these abnormalities, the majority of the victims who are the real suffering ones, how come they are not united to save their country?
How come they continue to get divided along religion, tribal, and other stuff that doesn't really benefit them, but the same criminals who brought this upon them? Why? Because Nigeria was never one. When you say it's not one, you are automatically making it look like, why are you so blunt? Let us work together and make it work. Nigeria is a great country. That's what they told you. But you have a country that they said a country of different nations who always jump at one another to slaughter themselves just when they disagree on religion, on politics, on things that doesn't even benefit them directly. Is that not xenophobia? It is called xenophobia. Sometimes when you see the South Africans, South Africans, and they will leave the what do you call it, the white people who supervised what do you call it, who supervised decades of apartheid regime in South Africa. The apartheid regime in South Africa was so bad. I'm talking about as far back as the 60s, that the rest of Africa, yearning for independence, they were also wearing the South African flag and jersey colors in support of the blacks in South Africa who are going through hell under the apartheid regime in South Africa. But when the apartheid regime ended, the South Africans, they considered their fellow Africans, blacks, as more of enemies than the people that their own brothers joined hands together to help redeem power and control from. Now, that is exactly the same thing that will make you ask, why should people who have who share the same thing in common, if they do share same thing in common, how come they are so quick to kill themselves when they disagree, even when those that were considered historically as being brutish towards them, hellish towards them, today, those who are now preaching human rights to you, black to black. Why would black hate blacks? Come to Nigeria, you will see a totally misplaced. No, I don't want to use misplaced. People with nothing in common, forced and fused together to build a country on one political ideology, one developmental ideology, and a supposed one united goal as a people. But for 62 years, an Igbo man who has the same equal right, who was supposed to have the same equal right as partners in Nigeria, have been told they would never be president. Not because they don't have anything really good, but because that is Nigeria, a xenophobic Nigeria that an average Nigerian doesn't like to talk about. They want to tell you about the music. Yeah, lovely. Oh, they want to tell you about the football. Oh, dying. Oh, they want to talk about what else? Any other thing you want to hear about? You've heard about Nigeria apart from the music? Everything else is what? All of this are not the real Nigeria, wherever you are all over the world. You see, it is in Nigeria. Listen to this. Oh, that a cartoonist drew the cartoon of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in far away Denmark. I don't know. I've been at Singapore, seen at Denmark or about Malaysia, wherever. You sure know that story. And in Nigeria, where they have decided to make us believe that northern Nigeria is Islamic, southern Nigeria is mixed. An Islamic cleric in northern Nigeria got so mad. And do you know who paid for that crime? Igbos and Christians who are living in northern Nigeria. It is on record. Because according to their own Nigeria, if you are not a Muslim, you are an infidel. If you are killed for any transgression, it is justified. That is why I told you earlier, you have two Nigerias. You have two Nigerias. In Nigeria, if you are not a Muslim, you are an infidel. But if you are an infidel in southern Nigeria, your life is guaranteed untouched. If you are an infidel, a non-Muslim in any part of northern Nigeria, in Nigeria, you are just a disaster waiting to happen. So they brought in Nigeria, they brought in Miss World competition to Nigeria. And one journalist, was it a this day journalist in Nigeria, then wrote that, look at all these beautiful damsels representing all of their countries. In quote, that if the prophet was to be alive, yeah, he wouldn't mind taking one of them as a bride. Baba, that statement saw over 100 people killed. And God knows how many worth of a property burned. It was an insult to the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yes. And then anything considered an insult to the Prophet, yeah, is a death sentence as blasphemy in Nigeria. If I kill anybody now and say, this person desecrated the Holy Quran, all I have to do is just say it out there. This person desecrated the Holy Quran. And once they walk in, I am already dead. Forget it. They will do it. And that is in Nigeria. And nobody will be challenged. You can't do the same thing in southern Nigeria. You will be charged for murder. That's the divided Nigeria that APC, Egbekegbe, has decided to further widen that gap, because in that your division, that is where they make, or let me say they maintain their power. So as a Christian in Nigeria, this is fact, true. Although you are going to see the typical Nigerian that is going to say, I am a Christian, I don't have any issue, I don't have that. And then when Nigeria happened to them, you now start hearing them screaming the loudest. Oh, poor souls. APC, Egbekegbe, decided to call the bluff of that your federal structure, what it is, and picked on Shettima. And you know that same Shettima that said that the Igbos are going to become nothing in Nigeria 7 years ago. Yes, you remember him? Shettima. Shettima is going to be the Tinubu's deputy or vice. And he is picked primarily, purposely, for one reason and one reason only, to appeal to the jihadist northern Islamic segment, sector in Nigeria, be waiting I won't call themselves demography. The jihadists in Nigeria have managed to have access to power since Boko Haram came in. And one of the two agendas they have, one of them is to ensure that an Igbo man or anyone from Eastern Nigeria ever become anything reasonable anymore in Nigeria. I didn't say that. Shettima said it. The audio is out there. Now, you remember they were first denying the audio? No, he couldn't have said that. No, he couldn't. I mean, no, it's not his voice. Of course, it is his voice. Well, he just made another statement. I think I actually kept that somewhere earlier. And you know what he said? He is very specific, and he knows the people he's talking to. He said, the what do you call it? The Peter Obi, who is an Igbo man. Peter Obi, who decided that don't follow me, don't do this to me, don't vote for me, don't do this or that, because I am an Igbo man. Vote for me because I am competent. Vote for me because I want to be this or that. I don't know if many of you have seen the video. Yeah. The same Peter Obi in the real Nigeria. Even if he should change his name from Peter, to Peteru, from Obi, to be to what is that Yoruba name you can give to him? Peteru Agbabiaka, Obili Whiskey. Give him a name that says he's a Yoruba man. Running under Yoruba this or that. In Nigeria context, the unwritten code is an Igbo man. Anything Igbo must not access power. When Jonathan accessed power as a man as an Ijaw man, the only way they could get rid of him was to tell the Northerners that Jonathan is an Igbo man. That's the only thing. The only way you could get them. And Shettima knows this very well. Tinubu knows this very well. Somebody said Obisheson. Peteru Obisheson. From Agbole Agbabiaka. Nisale Benyi. Or Isale Koto. Or Yo. Peteru, they will still tell him, we know him. Is this guy, is an Igbo man. They hunted down Goodluck Egbere Jolantan because these political rogues, Shettima and co, they told their jihadist believers in northern Nigeria that Goodluck Egbere Jolantan is an Igbo man. And they say, but they told us that it's not an Igbo man now in 2011. He's an Igbo man. They didn't tell you. He's Igbo. His name is Goodluck Azikiwe Jolantan. Ebele is Igbo name. That was when they put a fatwa on Jonathan. Yes, that happened. The crop of people who did that, they are back. In one Nigeria, Peter Obi, who is actually like a man from the heartland of Igbo land, Anambra, Nigeria is making him drop all of that. No. Don't see, even his own supporters are saying, don't present him as an Igbo man. Please, we need people to go and talk to our brothers in the north. That Peter Obi is not just an Igbo man. I'm telling you what I've been reading. I'm telling you what they are pushing. This is to tell you that they know the fundamental flaw of a fraudulent Nigerian. And being an Igbo man, is like trying to sell. Waiting again, trying to sell pig to the chief imam. Baba, you are not only offending him, you are not only just not going to be able to sell it, you are actually playing with death. Do you understand what I mean? Like how serious it is? You walk into chief imam's house and you say you are the best salesman, best marketer, and you want to sell a pork to him. You are either trying to tempt him And if it's going to, if anything leads to anything, now your photo. You know this truth. And you know why it is a top ad sale. As much as Peter Obi, among all of them, make I just say my mind, at least is the one with the less baggage and baggages. He is one of them. There is nothing you can tell me. He is one of them. But he is the one with less baggages compared to these people you call them jobbers, these scavengers, these scroungers, or these pickpockets, or this unproductive element that are occupying your different political spaces, feeding fat on you, is the one with the far less baggages. But he's an Igbo man. Now, when you see obedient, they are now imploring people, can you please help us, tell them, Peter Obi is this, he is the best, he is this and that. They are trying to convince the region that has suffered most from the terrible, worst northern leadership ever in history. Now, to sell them something better that you believe that, this is good, this is sellable, it shouldn't be hard, but it's an Igbo man. You have to do extra work. Meanwhile, it is one Nigeria. You are not telling yourselves the truth. That is where you and I be like, say, with the change lane. You get them? With the change lane. You want to make a picture perfect presentation about your Nigeria. I want to paint the real picture. It's not perfect. You know it. And when you know that it's not perfect, that means you cannot plan on a picture perfect and then have a perfect result. You are lying to yourselves. So if you are not going to get a perfect result, it's because you are painting a perfect picture for an imperfect situation and you are lying to yourself. I don't like lying to myself. I don't. Peter Obi is good, you say. Okay. But you have to sell it hard. Hard. Imagine trying to sell Peter Obi to Northerners. And Shettima. All Shettima have to do to sell Tinubu is to say Tinubu is generous. Tinubu made people. Tinubu is Muslim. Tinubu is from Lagos. I'm giving the good things. Maybe that's what he will tell them. But guess what? I am Tinubu's vice president. Even if you don't trust him, you can trust me. Okay? Trust me, I will deliver. You know I'm a Muslim. You know I'm not an infidel, Abi. They say, oh, okay. If we don't want to follow this Tinubu because we heard that his wife is a pastor. He's not a real Muslim. But because of you, Shettima, Shop Noku, yeah, we will follow him. Now, imagine you having to speak grammar, do a lot of things to sell Obi. Last, somebody will just tell you, Obi is a Yamiri. Obi is infidel. That's it. Because of that, that's it. Now you have to do extra work. Meanwhile, to you want to save Nigeria. How well? Shettima said, Peter Obi can only be president of Igbo land. And it is not a slip of tongue. It is not. They are not going to tell the Northerners that Peter Obi has no program for schools. They can't say that to them. They are not going to be able to tell them in Northern Nigeria that Peter Obi is going to end the terror. He's not going to be able to end terrorism, or he's not going to build electricity. No, they're not going to say that. They're going to tell them that, listen, your faith is so important, and you cannot let, because according to them, Hadith and the Quran says, you as a real Muslim, you must not allow anyone who is a non-Muslim to lead you. Even if you have to kill them, to stop them, you have to do it. Now, this is all they have to tell them in the north. So you are going with one Nigeria. Eh? One Nigeria that is equal. Who told you that? Where are you making all of that up from? Where? Eh? They are not going to discuss if you're going to have a better country or not. Somebody who publicly said they are so happy that the power returned to them. And this time around, they will be able to do whatever they like. They will be able to do everything to destroy the Igbos. You heard all of that. But maybe because you are not Igbo. I've told people before, I said, listen, if you're not paying attention, you should start paying attention now. I'm not an Igbo man. But there is a theory. I want to read it word for word. Yeah. There's a theory that, which has played itself out in Nigeria very well. Okay. You know, when they came for the Jew, I ignored them because I wasn't a Jew. So first they came, and I think that was I want to check that out. I want to read it word for word. Then I'm going to use that of Nigeria. I would use that Nigeria as an example, and then you understand where I'm coming from and why even you today, you are a waiting victim of what Nigeria is going to do to you, whether you are a Fulani, whether you are an Hausa, a Kanuri, a Bibio, a Joy Doma, Egba, I mean, what do you call it, Yoruba, Efik, or wherever you come from, Igbo. If you think this is going to spare you with the Nigeria that these rogues are actually like a building, the Nigeria that is actually like, surfacing now, you will realize that there's no place for you. And if you believe that, because they didn't come for me, I'll read this to you. They said, and it was by Pastor Martin Nimola. First, they came for the communists, and I did not speak out because I was not a communist. Then they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews. Oh, I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak out for me. First, they came for the Christians. Some of you did not speak out because you are not a Christian from northern Nigeria. Then they came for the Shiites. Oh, you are not a Shiite. Well, they deserve it. Whatever they do, or whatever they did, that made Nigeria to kill over 1,500 of them in a single day. They must have done something terrible. I'm glad I'm not a Shiite, right? Then they went for the revolution now, Showore and every one of them. Well, he deserved it. In fact, I wish they did more than that to him. Kill him and do all of that because it's this or that. Because you are not a revolutionary, yeah, or revolutionist. Then they went for the IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, and other innocent people that they have killed extrajudicially. No one is responsible for that. Oh, IPOB. Oh, kill them. They deserve it. I'm not an IPOB member. Then they went for those of you who are like real businessmen in Nigeria when they came for your dollars. Well, some said you deserved it. It's because of corruption. That's why you were complaining until you lost most of your businesses, didn't you? Right. They came for the youth who stood up and said, enough to police brutality. Well. Some of you felt like, well, I'm not a youth. I am not part of the NSAS. Well, they deserve it. Kill them. Then they went for the Yorubas. The Yorubas who have come under the attack of a Fulani terrorism, kidnappings, ransom payments, and death in the last 7 years alone. Abandoned, ignored. Some of them turned to refugees in the last 7 years. Then it begins to make sense to some of you. Wow, Nigeria is in trouble. Some of you are beginning to say Nigeria is in trouble today because one way or the other, it don't touch you. So it is turn by turn Nigeria Limited, we call it. Yeah? So if I speak up for the Igbos, speak up for the Shiites, speak up for the revolutionaries, speak up for the Ensa, speak up for all of these people, it's because one day they are going to come for me. One day they are going to come for you. One day they are going to come for your household. One day they are going to come for your business. One day they are going to come for your own freedom. One day they are going to come for that your life. And guess what? If you have belonged to those who have been keeping quiet, yeah, exactly. You are likely never going to have anybody to speak up for you. Do you understand? That's exactly what the political class have done to you today. They have segregated Nigeria so well. Oh dear. The victims of this segregation are not seeing through the xenophobic Nigeria they have built for you. Everyone could have what they want. Honestly speaking, yes. Everyone could have whatever they want. But the reason why you won't is because as long as Nigeria is fused together, this segregation will continue to keep us in that perpetuity of waiting again, nothingness. They are having an election in Osun. Let's go to Osun. Make I show you a few things in Osun. From Oletola, Tinubu's cousin, to the dancing senator, and then to the people themselves who are always somehow, like I said, programmed, conditioned to always choose between the two devils, or the devils and the blue sea. They are going to have to jump from Oletola in what is supposed to be Tinubu's extended ajele to the dancing senator, who, according to the people destroying people, could be their own window into breaking Tinubu's heart in Southwest. But they are not doing all of this simply because the people have that much choice. No, they are doing this because even the people themselves, now small, you go pity them. I have once said it here that there is no terrible leaders without, enabling and ready-made, always available terrible followers. Today, they were sharing money for them to choose between their own, to choose the different robes they want. But it seems that dancing senator is going to be having the field day by this time tomorrow. I don't know the abracadabra that they will do, but as it is, let me show you the people there in Osun today. Their utterances, their expectation on nothingness, and at the same time, you probably would then come back to what Shettima just said. That if all of us won't actually get sense, we will stop encouraging the validation or the extension of this suffering called Nigeria, and possibly pay more attention and resources into helping the real people that they are lying to, right? To participate in a fraud that is completely all against them, especially the old people. I saw them, then I'm like, oh, they have always been the people who have been so consistent about, then you see the young people who are also busy. The same young people you are going to see on social media who are also the product of 43% unemployment rate in Nigeria. These young people are busy as well, trying to buy votes for their own oppressive, oppressors. If you are watching me on YouTube, I know it looks a bit awkward, but if you really want to enjoy this, you should join us on YouTube at this time. Just search for Mayegun's Diary Political on YouTube. Okay, I'm going to end the broadcast on Facebook now. This is the time we're going to be sharing a part of the clips to add to our illustration tonight before I open the line for everyone who wants to participate or call in. Yes, on Mayegun's Diary Political. Join us on YouTube, brother. Thank you very much. So, yes, let's go to Oshun. If you are still with me on YouTube, take a moment, by the way. You can see that we are nearly 2,000 on there. Take a moment if you have been here this long, right? Like that broadcast. Share it if you haven't. Or maybe subscribe as well, just before we go to Oshun. You can do that within a minute. Can't you? Thank you. So, here is a start. They are going to be a clip. People selling their future, and then you ask yourself, for just because they want to remain under the bondage that brought them to this state. Watch this one. If you don't understand Yoruba, yeah, somebody is going to interpret that to you, for you in the comment section. Okay, watch this. Somebody's wife, somebody's daughter, somebody's auntie, and maybe somebody's mother as well. Buying vote.
Hello. 19,000. 350.
Okay, phone.
Asset me.
Okay, owó kejì ńkọ́.
Allah ti ṣe ìjàwé.
Owó tí wọ́n bá lọ́wọ́ mi, pẹ̀lú mo fi ń dìbò. Pẹ̀lú voters card ọkọ mi àti ATM card.
Ilé ikọ́.
Èyí ń kọ́ kí ni ṣe
This
yìí?
paper.
Kí ni iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe?
No, paper tí a
Gbé sókè báyìí.
Paper tí a fún nígbà tí a fẹ́ yanjú owó nídàájí ni. Èmi dẹ̀ ti fi síbí yìí, ẹ̀ ti pèsè ọwọ́ mi ò àwọn tó wò bù. Mo ti gbàgbé gan ni pé inú bí ló wà nígbà tí sọ́nù láti ìgbà tó ti fún mi.
Kí ló wà lára náà pépà yìí?
Èyí báyìí.
Wọ́n kò gbà tá ẹni tí wọ́n kọ́ pé ìbò tá a fẹ́ di pé ká mọ́ pé àní wà láti pé iye ìbò báyìí ní ká di ilé ìdìbò ọdún wa pé tó láwọn ọ̀rọ̀ wọn ká ló mọ̀ ìdáni bẹ́ẹ̀ ó tán.
Kí náà kọ sínú tó wà lọ́wọ́ yẹn? Ẹ̀ka ní tán kọ síbẹ̀.
Nígbà ní ìtàn kọ síbẹ̀ ni pé ìbò tá a níbi lọ́dọ̀ wa pé wọ́n
Ní tí wọ́n kọ.
Nígbà ní fún 155. And then wọ́n dẹ̀ ní owó tí àwọn ní ká mú kẹ́yẹ́ wọ́n fún èèyàn pé ká fi dìbò pé 5,000. Nígbà tí ká mọ̀ jẹ́ kó yẹ ṣùgbọ́n ká mọ̀ pín owó lórí ìlà. Wọ́n dẹ̀ gbowó dẹ̀ fún àwọn alága ní ìṣẹ̀fẹ́ gbé lẹ́fù.
Èló ló wà ń sàlẹ̀?
Èló ló wà ní charge?
77,500.
775,000.
Náà ní 775,000.
Èló lẹ wá pín kù?
Mi ìbáwọn tó wọ́n mi mọ tá pé kò tí owó tó wà lọ́wọ́ tèmi nílé yìí.
Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ tẹ́ fi voter card méjì ti fi wà lọ́wọ́ yín àti sẹ́yìn
Ọkọ mi ní kejì. Ilé sà ló ń gbé. Wọ́n wá ní kí n mọ pàdé òun kó òun bọ́ wá pè mí kó òun ò rí ọ̀kadà tí ó gbé òun wá lẹ́tí wọ́n gbé wá nínú òun ò rí. Ọmọ gan ti dé. Ọ̀tọ̀lẹ́ tó gbà àwọn ọmọ wa wọ́n yẹn ló pè mí lórí fóònù lẹ́ẹ̀kan tí mo ní kó mọ ìdìbò lọ pé wọ́n ti wá gbé mi.
So ẹ̀yin wá gbà láti kó voter card ti àti ti yín wá sí
Mo máa ń kó pàdé wọn tó bá ti ń bọ̀ báyìí ilé sà ló wà.
Báwo ni ilé yín ṣe jìnnà sí
Ilé
ilé yín báwo ló ṣe jìnnà sí bóde?
ó jìnnà oríta kálà. Ibẹ̀ la gbọ́ rádà bá ti tẹ̀ gbé tẹ́ jáde sígbà tá ń bọ̀ yìí.
They caught her sharing some of her 775,000 naira. The leftover of the money is what they found on her. 19,300 and another 30-something thousand bundled on the side. Yeah. Somebody who's lived in Oshun. Okay. There. Now, a mother who want the future for her children, or who herself, the way you saw it, could you see that they are the party agents? I showed you the video. I showed you video days ago, the videos of those